You surround yourselves with people that find a way to demeaning you or press you and suppress you in every way possible in the name of jokes and bants. Alele, come and be going. Leave that. I could model the crooked teeth, honey. Like I could be somebody's modeler with this teeth. You know what I mean? They're no good rest. Some people's insecurities cannot be solved by daily life care. Hello guys, my name is Lovelies and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to 2024. Welcome to a new Lovelies channel because we're about to give you a different vibe this year and I think you guys are going to like it. So yeah, better roll out with it. So today we're going to be talking about something. The title already gives it away. We're talking about insecurities. So what are insecurities? By my definition, by my understanding, insecurities are the feeling of uncertainty, inadequacy, feeling unworthy, anything that drips on your confidence, anything that makes you unsure, anything that you want to cover for some reason, or you don't want people to find out, or you have a certain perception of, and it's not really the best of perception. It's just insecurity to me, and it varies. It varies from the physical to socialization, communication with people, relationships, spiritual, mental, the list goes on. But I will be sharing with you 5 very practical and easy ways to do with this. And I will be sharing from my own experience. So it's nothing verified or certified or professionally documented or medically seen or something. It's just something that I will be sharing from what I have gone through. Now, the thing is, everybody has insecurities. That's like the first thing you should know when dealing with insecurities. You just have to know that whoever, because insecurity stems from other feelings like comparison, wanting to be like somebody else, not necessarily envying in a bad way, but envying something else or wanting your thing to be like another person. For example, I used to be insecure about my fingernails, guys. I'm not lying. Like, I have the shortest, not the shortest anymore, but then I chewed on this thing so bad. Sometimes I feel like I started chewing on them from the womb because my nails were not pretty. Like they were just not pretty, and I just did not want to like. I didn't want people to like hold my hands. I didn't want to have to like people to like see my nails because I just felt like you would think there's something wrong with this girl. Like girls' hands are supposed to be mentally in my mind fragile, look a certain way. Like you know how all these Pinterest nails be looking, and low key even when you want to make your fingernails, you go to them for motivation. That was what I wanted, and it was something I had to like face on and find a way to tackle because they were my hands, they were what God gave me, and there's no training way like somebody's looking for a hand, and me, I'm complaining that my own was not fine enough. So yeah, I didn't like it at some point, but I had to acknowledge that everybody has something they don't like about themselves. As I didn't like my hand, somebody else likes their hand, but probably does not like their skin tone, or does not like their teeth, or does not like their ears, or something. Every bloody person has an insecurity. So you don't have to think of, oh, it's something I don't like, and so I have to hide it. And then you put your hands behind you, you cover that part of yourself. It doesn't work that way. You just know that everybody has something they are struggling with. Everybody has something that they would want to look better, quote and unquote. Everybody has something that when they look, they're not so proud of. They're a bit uncertain about, like, they feel like, oh, I don't fit into this category. Know that and no peace. Have you ever heard your problems are only as big as you make them be, or your problems are only as problematic as you make them to be? That is our second point. These things are in your head. You have to come out of it. I remember because to some extent I don't like working alone. I'm low-key shy. You don't see it when you see me, but people that know me know that on the low I'm a shy babe. And it was just in my head that oh everybody is seeing me, people are seeing me, people nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares, honey. Nobody cares. Just but your problems are as big as you make them be. If you decide that your stunted growth is going to be a problem to you. It will be a problem to you. There are stunted, wealthy comedians. There are wealthy, stunted footballers. They are okay, not footballers, maybe, but skip makers. Think of anything. Scientists. Think of anything. They are like disabled people that are making waves in the world, on the internet, in their desired fields, living their life. If you let your insecurities be in your way, you would never get past it. So the second step is these problems are only as big as you make them be. You have to go back into yourself and reflect and step out of this thing. Stop making it an issue. So my third point, which is going to lead into my next point, is you have to make strength out of your weaknesses. If you see your insecurities as your weakling or your lag, you should make strength out of them. And one of the best ways to do this is through affirmation. Now, I'm not saying motivation and I'm not saying inspiration seeking. I'm saying affirmation. What affirmation does is it does a form of damage control or controls the negative thoughts. So the thing is, with insecurity, it's ever breeding, it's ever growing. If you have it in your head that you don't like a certain part of you or you're insecure about, for example, your weight, every single thing will be a reminder of that weight. So whenever you're in a place that reminds you of that weight, it just goes to join the existing pile of the reason you don't like your weight. So when you affirm things that like I am beautiful, I am big and brilliant, I can undertake whatever I have to, I can stand in the midst of others and feel confident. I am confident in my looks, or being big does not make me deficient or a liability. You're beginning to control things that that might creep into your head, like, oh, you're big and ugly, or you should not eat, or there's something wrong with you, or you lack control, are things that would just on and on come and sit in your head. So make strength out of your weaknesses. Uh, Affirm to yourself, be understanding to yourself. Please and please be compassionate to yourself. It is only through compassion you get to know something and love something. If you want to love the entire or your entire self as an entity, you have to be compassionate to yourself. You have to cut yourself some slack. Love yourself. Just show yourself a little mercy, honey. Because I was listening to somebody who had a third degree born, and how this definitely made her insecure, but she has been able to use it to touch lives. It has helped her to be able to stand in rooms that if this thing never happened, she has no business being in those rooms or being in that kind of space. So make power out of what is supposed to be a weak link to you, what is supposed to be a weak link into your life. Make power out of it. Make the impossible out of it. And you would forever be grateful to yourself. So as realization ever just hits you and you're like, oh, I didn't know I could do this. Like, oh, I didn't know this thing could do this. I didn't know that I could use this part of me to achieve something like this. That is point number 4. Get to know yourself better. You're not like everybody. Even the person you want to be, even if you copy that person to a T, honey, you can't be like anybody. You can't be like your sister. You can't be like your mama. You can't be like your role model. You can't be like your mentor. You're you for a reason. You are distinct. And for that reason, you would always have a certain criteria of uniqueness. But the thing is, people don't know what makes them unique. And in fact, when you now realize certain things make you unique, maybe in looks, in emotion, in expression. If you don't like the thing, you just suppress it. Learn to know yourself. Get to know yourself. Take opportunities when seen. Explore your personality. Try risky things, like try risky things, and it could be as risky as reading a book that has a similar storyline to what you might be going through. I think the best for me are books personally. It might not be the same for you. It might be maybe joining a club, joining a society, joining a course, going into the field, joining a field trip or something. But you have to get to know yourself, because the reason why insecurities become such an issue and then it seems like it's pressing an entire entity of a person, is because you're giving it so much power, and this is negative power you're giving your insecurity. It's supposed to be a tiny fracture of your personality, but because it is now overwhelming to you, it has suppressed an entire person. Break out of it, honey. Just learn to know about yourself, take opportunities, delve into things you didn't even know you could. Like, I found out I could model crooked teeth, honey. Like, I could be somebody's modeler with this teeth. You know what I mean? They no go rest. Like, seriously, you just have to like step out of the bubble you've put yourself in. You just have to step out of the entire like that world you've made for yourself that, oh, it can't work. I am not enough, or this thing I have is not enough. This thing I have should be covered. You are more than your insecurities, and your insecurities are not a bad thing. My last point will be that when all odds fail, when all of these shenanigans I have given you that has worked for me fails, please seek support. I know we have all decided to be the Lord's strongest soldier since we were born, but in 2024, outsource, honey. Seek support from families, from friends, from communities. Seek support. Sometimes some insecurities are beyond self-help. Some people's insecurities cannot be solved by daily life care or by self care or self love. You might need professional help, and professional help is always a choice for you. I want you to know that professional help is always a choice for you, but I think it should be when you're on your last leg. It depends on the person, sure. But I would just want to say that it is always a choice. It should not be something we should shy away from. Therapy is becoming a more open topic nowadays, and I think it's something you should not be shy about going into. If you know deep down you need it, you need to declutter. You need to, because insecurity stuffs you in with ideas that you can't even tell if they are originally yours or they are what people have put into your head to believe you are. So you have to seek a support system if you need it, especially if you know that your insecurities are a bit mental. So for me, I mentioned two insecurities I had, or I have, which is my nails and my teeth. So the things I have done is immediately I came out of school, I felt, what other way can I express how I feel in ways that I have not done before? So beforehand, I didn't used to make my nails. I used to keep my natural nails and just grumble at them whenever I get a glance of them. But I started to take care of my nails a bit more. And sometimes I even express how I feel about a month or whatever I'm going through my nails. So for example, I got this beautiful nude metallic nails in January because when the year started, I was on a high. Yeah, I felt like I was on a high. I could conquer the world. I could discover vaccines for drugs. I was in a high, and metallics just feel like a high to me. And I wanted a different blue, a metallic royal blue, but this still looked very beautiful and turned out really nice. And this stones just reminds me of the fact that I can go over obstacles, or the stones I want in my life this year should be glittering stones. Check it. So yeah, that is how I am able to express myself on my insecurities. Like, oh, I don't like my nails, but my nails look good now. They'll look good for the next 3 weeks. I need, if I take them off and probably replace them. So it's just an idea. It's just a suggestion. It might not be the same for you. It might be, I don't know, maybe you don't like your posture, or you think you don't like your body shape. What can you do? I'm not saying you should hit the gym the first day, honey, but first, get to know about your posture. Get to know about your shape. Understand your shape. Read on people who have similar shapes. Know if it's something that can be tackled in the cheapest of way first, or if it's something that could be tackled in the cleanest of way in your heart. If it's something you have to accept and work with, or something you want to really change completely. So it could be any kind of insecurities in your relationship with people. Does it mean you have to maybe change your circle? Sometimes the insecurities we suffer are mainly from the people we surround ourselves with. If you surround yourselves with people that find a way to demeaning you or press you and suppress you in every way possible in the name of jokes and bants. Alele, come and be going. Leave that second. Like, you should know what is good for yourself. And if you don't know what is good for yourself, it is not too late to start. That is the thing. Like, self-discovery is never too late. Because when you finally know yourself, God, like I said, it is like being on a high. I have been on a high since I have decided not to look at my nails as a barrier, but a place I can express myself. I have been on a high since I have decided to start exploring content creation, and started taking more pictures. Like, I used to only smile like this, and now I smile like this. If you have a problem with it, deal with it. You have to be confident in you before people can be confident in you. You can't give what you don't have in me. So I want you to take these few steps and work on it. Tell me how you feel. I would also appreciate if you think these things are feasible, the things you've tried yourself. Tell me in the comment section. And if you know one or two that we could apply to our lives, because the mantra of this year is no grief for anybody, honey. No grief for your insecurities. Okay? So if you know any other steps you've maybe used to deal with insecurities, put it down in the comment section below. This brings me to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want me to do more like this, let me know. I'm also thinking of maybe recommending a book or two that would help on this kind of things. Let me know. I think the one I read recently that just helped me like leave the bubble of myself is The Subtle Heart of Not Giving an F. I'll have a book here by, I think it's by Mark Manson or something like that. Mark Manson or something, one of that. I'll put the book up here. It was recommended and it was an absolute joy because that book came right in time. I had just left camp and I was trying to rebrand, I was trying to do myself better. And when I tell you, it just gave me life again into myself. I think it will do the same for you. So yeah, it's not the neatest. It's the book is more of tough love, you should know. So it would pull you and pull you left and right. But if you know what you're looking for, you'll find it within the pages. So yeah, that brings me to the end of my video, guys. I am more than happy to be back on your screens and you'll be seeing more of me. Going forward, we'll be having 2 videos a week. It is either a vlog and a sit down video, 2 sit down videos, or a sit down video and a short. So there is no how you will go a week without not seeing me 2 times. You must see me 2 times a week. So thank you, my loves. Do well to like, comment. Like I said, tell me if you have any other tricks or ways you've been able to deal with insecurities. Give this video a like if you think it was really helpful. It could be help to you, your sister, your brother, a friend, an enemy, whichever one it is. Also, tell me the kind of videos you want to see going forward on my channel. And until next time, I love you. All I ever asked was you to pick up the phone when you alone.